Hello, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live with Mel Rapozo. Today is Wednesday, June 12th, almost a half of June already gone. Here we go. And I'm going to try doing this again from my bedroom with the air conditioning blowing because it's so hot. But I want to make sure, hey, Clayton, I want to make sure that the thing is working. Last week we had a horrible, I'm not sure what happened last week. And if you guys can hear me and see me, please put a 1 in the box. I need to know if you can hear me okay. Hey, Becky, how are you, Becky? How you doing? Nice to see you and hear you. I don't hear you guys. I can't see you guys, but I know you're there. So aloha, everybody. And put a 1 in there if you can hear me and see me okay. Clayton, Nicole, Becky, again, Joy, Tom, my pops from Seattle. Rich, Robinson, Barry, Diane, Paul, Bitos. All right. Looks like this thing is working. Hey, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Looks like this thing is working. I'm stoked. I don't know what happened last week. Must have been a bad signal. Karen, aloha. Aiko and Althea. Oh, a lot of old friends join us every week, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Skyla, Dagmar. Awesome. A lot of things to talk about today. We're going to hang tight for about a minute just so we can get everybody on. It's amazing how many people watch this stuff and they come on live and then they watch the replay and they watch it on YouTube. You remember my YouTube channel, Mel Rapozo? Don't forget. Mason Chalk. Aloha, Mason. I don't know where you're at. I know you're traveling. I know there's an HSAC conference in Maui going on. I have no clue where you're at, Mason, but thank you for joining us today. All right, we got some interesting stuff to talk about, and I'm just looking at my notes here. Did want to just share a little bit. Hey, Glenn, last night, Patsy and I went to Happy Talk Lounge out in Hanalei Bay Resort, nice restaurant, really casual restaurant. You know, when I was a cop out in Hanalei, we spent a lot of time at that lounge. It's a lot different now. Jimit Mehta and his wife hosted us, and we just had a wonderful time. The food is delicious. The coconut shrimp is out of this world. Their dessert. Anyway, if you haven't gone to Happy Talk out in Hanalei Bay Resort, get out there and enjoy. It's a great place to go enjoy and relax. Norman Solomon was playing music, and it was perfect. The sunset was gorgeous. Everything was just perfect. So Happy Talk Lounge, if you have not been there, go check it out. Lola, Marlene, all the way from Washington State. My God, aloha, Marlene. Tell Husey I said aloha, and we love you guys, and we miss you guys. Chad, aloha, Chad. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to share that experience I had last night out at Hanalei Bay Resort. It was awesome. Hey, Marlene, Hoku, right on. I love your post, Hoku. I love your post, buddy. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, we did a flag. Yeah, you know, I'm part of American Legion Post 54, and hey, Sean, long time no see, buddy. Sherry, aloha, you guys. And so we did the flag retirement ceremony out at the Vet Center yesterday morning with the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts. And if you have never been to one of those, it's awesome. All the flags, they do it once a year, usually some Kamehameha Day because it's a holiday, but it's really a Flag Day deal. But all of the flags that have been, you know, that's old and frayed, and you know, the law, there's a law about flags. If your flags are worn out, you're not supposed to fly them, and you got to retire them. You don't throw it in the trash. You don't burn it in your backyard. There's a ceremony that we do every year, and it was just fabulous. It's just awesome. Hey, Mildred, Shelane, and Carlos, thank you guys. Xavier, Ignacio, and Kehao. Wow, you know, I love it because sometimes we get new people come on, and the returning people are just awesome. Ipo, aloha, you guys. So yeah, that was awesome. The Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts working together. They did all the work. You know, the American Legion set it up and put it together, but the actual ceremony and the burning of these flags in the proper way were done. And a lot of those kids, it was their first time. You know, it brings a whole different perspective to these kids about how important that flag is to our country. And fabulous. It was just awesome. Ipo, Leona, Chantel, and Nina Madera Castillo. How you guys all doing? So I just wanted to share on that and thank the Legion and thank the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts for helping out with that. it was just, I think many of us take that flag for granted. And Pat Lizama, aloha, and Christina, how are you? How are you guys doing? So yeah, that was a sight to see, and we do it every Commitment Day. So next year, if you have flags that, or if you know of someone that has flags and they don't know what to do with it when it's outlived its life, there is a drop box that James Jung, we all know Jimmy Jung, a former retired attorney and a great patriot. He built a box. It's right out there at the Vet Center in Lihue. You can stop by and put your flags in there, and we store them for a year. And the next year, Commitment Day, we'll go ahead and burn it again after following protocol. So awesome. Lena Ala, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's get started with some of what's going on here in Hawaii. The rail again. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I said, thank God for the rail debacle, because if not, our show would only be over 15 minutes. Tumua Masani Ai. Woo, awesome, brother. I so appreciate you guys for coming out. That's right, Leona. Scouts rock. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. I tell you, man, I love them, and they do good stuff for all of us. So anyway, so they find out now that there's canopy cracks on this rail system that's going to delay construction, or the opening, delay the opening of the rail. Unbelievable. I mean, it's just like, what next? I think you follow my post. Hey, Bethany, thanks for joining us. What next? It's pretty bizarre. It seems like that thing, they can not get it right. And they're dumping a lot of money into that project. And so they find out that these cracks in the canopies in two separate stations, two different contractors. Now, answer me this question. Why wouldn't we do a contract for one contractor to do all the canopies or whatever it is? Why don't we deal with one contractor rather than do multiple contractors? I would guess that it's because these our decision makers have multiple friends, so they got to pay back all their friends, so they get all these different contractors rather than do it the most efficient way, and you have one contractor to do one function of the project. I don't care what the project is, whether it's rail or swimming pools, it doesn't matter. You do it in the most efficient way, and you do that by contracting. It's called bulk purchasing. It's called what is it called? I forgot what it's called now. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? You get the bulk purchasing power when you can do it all with one contractor. So anyway, who am I? I'm just a little peon here in a huge, little fish in a huge sea. But anyway, Francis, aloha, aloha. So anyway, now we're gonna wait and see how that goes. Let's see. So Hawaiian Dredging is one of them, and the other one is based out of Kansas. So anyway, interesting. But Mayor Caldwell, yesterday, he met with the Federal Transportation Administration recently, and hey, Jason and Brian, my brother from the Big Island. Aloha, Brian. So he had a meeting with the Federal Transportation Administration in Washington, D.C., and he's saying the meeting was positive. He's saying that it went well. And, you know that the feds are holding out on $744 million of real funding, because the biggest reason is because the price of this project went from $5.2 billion to $9.2 billion. And the feds are worried. And the feds are saying, if you guys don't get a handle on this cost, and if you cannot show us that you have the ability to fund the operation and maintenance of this project, then we're not going to give you the $744 million for the project, which means, guess what, people, and I've said this almost every week, that's going to fall on the shoulders of all of us in the state of Hawaii in one way or another, whether it's taxes or fees. We're going to get it in the shorts. Hey, Brian, sorry for your loss, my buddy. Man, so sorry. Condolences out to you, your entire Ohana, to Lauren. We love you guys. You got my number, buddy. You need anything, give me a call. Love you, bro. Andrew, aloha, Andrew. So, it jumped $4 billion, and it's going to be more than that. I mean, we all know it. It's not going to stay at 9.2. Come on, guys. We all know that. So, yeah, feds are worried. That's not a good sign. Feds, I think, are fed up with our transportation program here in Hawaii, and they're putting their foot down. And if we cannot step up to the plate, then we're going to be in a world of hurt. And I'm talking about the entire state. So. All right, so that's so much for the. I don't want to talk about the rail already. Come on, just get the thing working or tear it down. Do something, but stop this cat and mouse game that we see seems to be a problem every single week. Wallace, aloha, Wallace. We just talked about Hanalei Bay Resort. I was talking to Jimin. He thinks you're a dream, buddy. He loves you and he appreciates what you do. Hey, Rick, aloha. Oh yes, yes, sir, Rick. Yeah, Uncle Richard's 5th anniversary of his passing. Going out to so you guys going out to a family dinner. God bless, Rick. Again, love you guys. Please share our love and aloha with the entire family. Enjoy your dinner. And your pop's a great guy, man. Your pop's helped me so much in my military career. He was awesome. We miss him. We love him. Enjoy you guys' dinner tonight in his honor. And you know that he'll be sitting right next to you guys, enjoying that with you guys. So God bless, bro. Kainoa, aloha, Penny, and Rick. Oh, Rick, I just talked to you, Rick. Anyway, Tony, yeah, I'm watching the comments so I can try to recognize everyone who joins. Matt, mahalo. All right. Okay. Everybody's been asking about Coco Palms. They defaulted on their loan, $23 million loan. They defaulted. It's in foreclosure. And now the lawsuit is asking that the court force the sale and spread the proceeds out to all the creditors. But yet their representative is saying that it's very close to being sold to a new developer that's going to try to finish the project. Good luck to them. I'm not buying any more of this crap from anyone because we have seen this time and time again. So I will believe it when I see it. But they made it a good effort. The two partners made a good effort. They found out it couldn't be done. It's too expensive. There's issues. There's cultural issues. There's a bunch of things, and the fact that the public is irritated with traffic and congestion. They've kind of lost the support of a lot of people that they once had. Anything on the Pupai Bridge, workers told me bridge will be able to handle school buses now, but school bus drivers were told they were not able to use it. Brian, I just found out, I guess it was a discussion that we had. We're going back up there putting a 1-lane bridge where we should be putting a 2-lane bridge because of traffic and because of safety. I hate to be on the other side of the bridge and your rescue personnel cannot get across because it cannot handle the load. I don't know. I would assume that I was told when they were talking about putting a 1-lane bridge, this was years ago, that it would accommodate school buses. But it all depends. I mean, if you're the operator or owner of the school bus company and there's a safety issue of your bus going over a bridge that cannot handle your weight with kids in it, then I probably do the same. So I don't know, Brian. I'll go find out. I will find out. Isaac and Sandy, my sister. Gosh, I got my brother and my sister and my father online. Aloha, you guys. Thanks for always jumping on board. So, Coco Palms, we will see. We will definitely see if whoever this new secret buyer is going to be and what they do. They're going to make timeshare. They're going to do hotel. They're going to they're going to do all these things. The bottom line is the money. I mean, can they afford to rebuild Coco Palms to be inhabitable again? I mean, it's like, yeah, it's such an eyesore. I cannot believe that it's been there since the hurricane. That's a long time ago. Chelsea, aloha, ya, aloha, ya. So anyway, and Reen, aloha, Reen. Okay, county is taking aggressive legal action against the TVRs. How is that? That just came out. Our county attorneys are now saying, you know what, we've had enough. We're moving forward. We're going after you guys. There's some split feelings in the community. I mean, a lot of people like TVRs, and I don't have a problem with TVRs in resort areas or in the visitor destination areas. I have a problem with TVRs in residential neighborhoods, and you folks all know this. If you have been following Kauai politics, you've known for decades that I don't like TVRs in residential neighborhoods unless that residential neighborhood welcomes them. That's the bottom line. If your neighbors are okay with it, then you should be able to do it. But you cannot take a residential home in a neighborhood that people are living in there. You remember growing up in a neighborhood, hey, Sadat, classmate, aloha. You know all your neighbors. You share your fruits from your tree. You share sugar. You need something. You go next door and you borrow. You can't do that when your neighborhood is full with transients that come over for 5 nights, 6 nights, 7 nights. All these rental cars, all the parties. We all know the problems that come with the TVRs in residential neighborhoods, and I'm glad to see the county moving forward on the enforcement. I can tell you, for many years, I was on our planning director, Mike DeHilig, and he's now the managing director. You guys got to enforce. And stop bowing down to these high-powered attorneys that are threatening to sue. You gotta go after them. We have the laws in place. Aloha, John. We have to go after them. And if we got to go to court and get a test case done, let's do that. But don't bow down. Don't put your tail between your legs and run away because some flashy lawyer came and threatened to sue. Let's go. Let's find out if our law can be done, can be used. That's all I'm saying. And if it cannot, then let's fix it. But too many families are suffering the impacts or from the impacts of vacation rentals. Too many of our kids are moving away because these homes that would normally be in long-term rental inventory are being converted into short-term rentals. So what we're seeing is the Kauai, the Garden Island, becoming the vacation island. It's becoming an island where it's for visitors. And I love visitors, but you're invading our residential areas. That's not how it's supposed to be. You come, you stay in a hotel, you stay in a legal entity, you stay in a legal accommodation. I have no problem. Please come, spend. We want you to spend your money. We do. But we also want you to follow the law. And for all of these people that are violating the law, they need to be held accountable. And they need to be held accountable by paying those $10,000 a day fines that I authored years ago. That's the only way you're going to get them. Because, I've been told by enough people, say, Mel, the fines are worth it. The fines are worth it. It's the cost of doing business. But when it's $10,000 a day, then I think you got to reassess. That statement no longer applies. And so I hope they go through with it. I hope they take these things to court, and I hope they figure it out. Patricia, aloha, and Joe Bonachita, long lost friend, brother. I hope you're doing all right. Probably maybe rent a room as long as the owner is present. No single family TVR. Well, that's the law. There no single TVR outside of the VDA. That's the law right now. And Nelson and Cindy, bed and breakfast, they come under a little different. I mean, I'm a little less angry about bed and breakfast because you have the owner in the house. The owner takes care of the house, and you're sharing this Kauai experience with some visitors. But again, when you're changing the climate or the environment of a neighborhood, then it's a no-no. I live in my house. I don't want to live in a vacation district. I like my neighbors. I want to be able to share my stuff with neighbors. I don't want people that I don't know walking up and down the streets, which is, I got 2 TVRs right here in house lots on my road. So, we see people, and, in today's world, you're so worried because hey, Jenny, aloha, Jenny, how you doing? You don't know who they are. My dog doesn't know who they are. So it's not the way it's supposed to be. So hats off to our county planning department. They're going after them. And my comments to them is don't stop. Go hard or go home. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, awesome. So, hey, by the way, if you guys want to, thanks, Chad. Thank you very much. You guys want to chat about something specific, put it in the box, please. Put it in the box. You know that we have this on Rose, Facebook. YouTube channel, Mel Rapozo. You can always go back and check the past episodes. Dennis, aloha. We just want you guys to share. We want to engage in the discussion. We really want you to engage in the discussion. I can talk all night. I'm Portuguese. I can talk all night long by myself, but it's much more fun and valuable if we can have a discussion. I know that it's only I can talk, but I can read and I can respond. So please feel free, put your comments in the box, and we'll try to address whatever we can. And if I cannot, then we'll definitely do the research and bring it up at a later show. All right. So some sad news. I want to go back to the TVRs because as I was reading the article, some of these TVR owners believe that they can do whatever they want with their land, that they bought the land and they can buy and do whatever they want with it, which we all rational people know that's just unreasonable, and it's illegal. There's There's laws on the books about how you use your properties. And you're in a residential area, it's for residential use. If you want to do a commercial operation like a mini hotel or a vacation rental, then you go get a commercial property, or you go into the visitor destination area, or you go into a resort zone area. That's how it works. So anyway, I thought that was kind of funny, where these guys come, they buy a property, and then they feel they can do whatever they want with them. And I think that's pathetic. I think that's really stupid. Imagine you buy a property and you decide you want to put up a bar or a nightclub, or a strip joint. Does that mean you can? Because you have the right to do whatever you want. Jeremy and Kim, aloha, you guys. Thank you. Raylene, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys on this. All right. Now, I hate to keep bringing up the bad news, but the whole purpose of this Facebook Live is to inform and educate. That's it. And I hope you guys get value out of it. I hope you guys get to learn things that you may not normally know. We know you don't get much out of the newspaper, the Kauai paper. I get more value out of the Honolulu paper than I do the Kauai paper. And then you get the Facebook and social media, which is not always accurate. And, the coconut wireless here on Kauai can be very damaging and dangerous. So, we try to get factual information. We try to get as best information as we can. Anthony Saunders, another cousin from Oahu, and Sunny. How you doing, Sunny? And Larry Aruda. Aloha, you guys. Aloha. So it's not about just talking about bad stuff. I like to promote the happy times too, but I think it's important that you all know what's going on, so you can share your position and opinions with the decision makers, whether it's your council members or your administration or state legislature or Congress. It's important that you understand what's going on, so that you're informed and in the loop, because where else do you get that? So I hope I can provide as best I can this types of information to you. And I obviously I'm working on what I believe is interesting and what I think is important. But feel free to drop a note, send me a private message if you want, and we'll take it from there. And Brian Battalion, aloha, and Auntie Dorothy, love you, Dorothy. Thank you for being on. I think, Dorothy, you came on at the perfect time, because this next topic is not very pleasant, but it's also informative. And I think, hey, Carol, aloha, Modesto, what's happening, bro? Until we can acknowledge and accept the facts of whatever issue we're dealing with, if we cannot be grown up enough and accept the facts, and it's very hard to find the solutions. If we cannot admit to ourselves that maybe we're not doing the best we can, then it's very difficult to get resolution, because we just don't know where we're at. I mean, if we don't do a self-assessment and know what our shortcomings are, and if we just pretend to ourselves that we're doing everything the best we can, then we're not gonna solve anything. We won't. It's gonna be status quo. And I think that's what we see in many, many occasions. Von Farines Ramos and Mel Dr. Aloha, Mel. How you doing, bro? And Don, thank you. Change orders is how you make money off of state projects. Bid low and tack it on. Yes, Brian. Unfortunately, that's one of the things that, you all know I had applied for the auditor's position. That's one of the things that I had wanted to move forward on, is auditing all of the contracts, the major contracts, the big contracts, auditing the contracts and the change orders, and determining whether or not those change orders are in fact were unforeseen, maybe caused by increases in prices that we didn't see at the time of the bid, or was it just what we should have known when we got the bid? I would suspect that in government work, most of these change orders are happening. That is how we reward our friends and our supporters, is by allowing them these ridiculous amounts of change orders. And these change orders, when you write up the contract, if the change order is for a reason that the contractor should have foreseen, then hell no, you eat it. Now, if we had a storm, if a ship that had the materials that got delayed or whatever, and it was beyond your control, then I can understand that, we need to do change orders. But if you're just doing it because you can, and it's a way to get the contract being the lowest bidder, but being allowed to bump your final cost based on change orders, then someone should go to jail. That's the way I look at it, because you're stealing the public's money. You're stealing the taxpayers' money. And anyone involved in that should go to jail. Hey, Melanie, how you doing? Nice to see you guys. I hate to sound like a mean dude, but how do you get a handle on this? How do you get a handle? That's how you do it. Listen, you cannot just expect bid low because you're gonna make it up later with change orders. Nikki, my daughter, I love you. Thank you for coming on, sweetie. Robert, again, aloha. So anyway, Brian, that's my position on change orders. I think in some cases it cannot be avoided, but I would suspect, like I said earlier, I would suspect that many of those change orders are being allowed when they shouldn't be, and we are getting screwed. Larry, if projects were designed properly by real engineers before they are put out to bid, you would not have so many change orders. Bingo. Marlene Morris, I totally support you as being auditor. You would be good. Well, you got to go get 4 votes on the council. I can tell you, man, I do want that position. And I don't want the position for the money. I don't want that position for the title. I want that position because I believe, in my experiences in this county, in the military, in all the organizations that I've led over the years, I believe I would be a perfect candidate. There's no learning curve. Rather than bringing someone in from the mainland who's got to learn the whole Hawaiian culture, the whole Hawaiian style, then got to learn how the county of Kauai it handles their business. You see, and I hate talking about myself, but I will, because I was on the council. We tried to find that auditor for a long time, and we had many applicants. We made one offer to a woman from Seattle who I felt was perfect. Her husband got offered a better job, so they stayed on the mainland. She withdrew herself. But we tried for a long time, and it's hard to find that person that has all the knowledge and experience. And I believe I have that for this county. But the administration doesn't want to see me being the auditor. And hey, there's no secret. They've pressured the council. They've told the community. You saw the article from Paracini. They're using Paracini to come out and discredit me as a potential candidate for the auditor's position. Paracini, go get a life, buddy. Anyway, Millicent, Napella, Windy Lou, aloha, you guys. So anyway, I don't know where it's at. I don't contact the council members. I have not talked to them about this position outside the fact that I sent over my resume, my cover letter, my plan of how I would run that office. How I could do it for much less than was in that budget prior, and that's what I did. And I made myself available, and I hope that they seriously consider. Hey, Angie, aloha, Angie. Oh gosh, thank you. You're absolutely correct. No one is more qualified than you. Thanks, Larry. And I want this county to be good. I want this county to be the best, and you do that by trying to make the county more efficient. And anyway. So much for that. Let's see. Hold on. I'm just trying to go. Okay. So we talked about the change orders. We talked about that stuff. Oh, hang on. I got so much stuff in this list here. So yeah, we were on the TVRs. I think we covered that. Chanel Marie Medina Hashimoto. Aloha. So the idea for the show is not to bring people down. It's to inform and educate. So the article today comes Star Advertiser about the new study that